Oh my god! We are currently in the most haunted room in the Wellington County Museum. And in this particular section, I feel like there's like a pressure on my head and like I just have like spine tingles. Am I too high for the camera? Or should I go lower?
Yeah, if you do that, it's probably better.
Is there anything here with us? Yeah. What's your name? Are you stuck here? Do you have anything you want to tell us? Did you see anything moving in there?
Camera's like going out of focus.
Is that?
Yeah, it just went back in though.
Was that a child I just heard? Is there a child spirit that's said to be here?
Yeah, people have, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The history is complicated.
Okay.
Not impossible, but it's complicated.
Meaning what?
So the building was the Wellington County House of Industry and Refuge. That's just a bureaucratic title. Everyone called it the poorhouse, and that's what it was. And so from 1877 until 1947, if you couldn't look after yourself, you didn't have anyone else to look after you instead of living on the streets, people would be brought here, they would live here, they would sleep here, they would work here, they would get food here, and this was an institution for housing people like that. So anyway, that's what the whole building was for. And I asked about children. Children early in its history were allowed to be here, but from about the 1890s onwards were not. And so there weren't a lot of kids kicking around the building. They were taken to orphanages. There's all sorts of tragic stories. There were children who were born here, there was little babies, but a lot, like little kids running around, not a lot. Except for very, very early on. So like we have pictures of some of the other people who lived here. We don't have any pictures of any children because it was just too early. So there was also a married couple, a keeper and a matron who ran the place. They lived right on site. They often had children. There was kids who lived here with them, but not as inmates, which is what they were called. There were no children, not a lot of children inmates.
Okay. So no children died here?
Well, no, there's children buried in our cemetery. Not, although I should say babies.
If you're here with us, will you cross the rods for yes and show us that you're here? Thank you. Were you an inmate here? No. Did you die tragically? Are you a male? Are you a child? I feel like it's starting to go outwards. It's going really slow today.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Starting to go out.
I'm still stuck on the fact that I feel like something is really youthful here. But I don't know why I get that feeling. It's like a youthful soul, but like it's like an older person. But it felt like a child to me. So it's tripping me out. Do you like when people come to talk to you?
Please say yes.
I've never seen it go this slow before. That's yes.
I've had visitors come out of there and say like, oh, I saw a guy, or like,
Oh,
um,
like a full apparition or shadow?
yeah, that doesn't happen a lot, but
Okay.
there's people who said that.
Oh, wow.
All the mediums who come through, they hightail it right to there. All the ghost hunters, that's where
Where'd they go?
90% of the evidence is. And
Wow.
without fail, if there's a person who comes out and says, or I smell tobacco, tobacco smoke's common, people will smell tobacco smoke in the building. That would have been outside window, that would have been about 2 stories up, because
Okay.
that just goes right up to a back courtyard. It's now a different room, like it's all exhibit space now, but that would have been the outside.
Gotcha.
Which is why one time I had a group of mediums in October,
Mhm.
and they were seeing children's faces in there. And I was like, well, it's 2 stories up, but, and this would have been women's dormitory.
Oh my god!
There are mannequins.
Oh my goodness.
My old boss swore up and down the boardroom was haunted.
Oh.
It's just a dining room. Down here is weird like that, right? Like there's a staircase to nowhere, there's like sealed up windows and stuff. One group of mediums was down here, and it was again before I tell everyone anything about the building, and they were like swearing that they were getting like babies burned in there or something like that.
Holy.
Oh shit.
No evidence for that, there's not a lot of that. There are babies who like, there wouldn't have been a lot of need for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an overactive imagination, but that's what it is.
So you're just going off gut feeling kind of thing?
Going off gut.
Yeah, yeah.